Hello, I'm Ellen Cologne from the General Conference and also from ADRA International, and I bring you greetings from those two places. We're actually together in one building, and I work for both entities as a liaison between the two so that there can be a closer relationship between ADRA and the church. And I have a very interesting work. Our goal is to promote and develop the ministry of Jesus out of the church, because the church needs to be a change agent in the community and to make a difference and to demonstrate the love of God, and not just preaching, but preaching by our words, by our actions. And so that is part of my work, and I enjoy it very much. And this morning at the English church, I was thinking about the new year, and so I shared an attitude that we can enter 2019 with. And that is, it was taken from Philippians 4:12 and 13, where Paul says, "This one thing I do, forgetting what's in the past and pressing on for the prize of Christ Jesus," of having a relationship with Jesus and making that a priority. And so that is, as I was preaching to myself too, because I need to remember that as I enter each new year, that Jesus needs to be first, and everything else will fall into place if I could just focus on that. And so one of the things we talked about in the sermon, to accomplish this manner of accomplishing this one thing I do, is also important. The how we do it is as important as what we're doing. One way to accomplish this one thing I do of really focusing on Jesus is to concentrate on the goal we are aiming for, which is to know Jesus better and to make him first. And the second goal, or the second point, or the second step, is to eliminate unnecessary distractions. And for example, I told a story about an artist that was asked to develop a magazine cover for a journal, a magazine. And so the editor told him, "This is what I want." But then the famous artist went ahead and worked on the design for quite a long time. And then he came back with a design. It was a very, very simple design. And the editor loved it. He said, "This is great. How much does it cost?" And then the famous artist quoted a very, very, very high price. And the editor says, "How can something so simple cost so much?" And the artist says, "The price is for knowing what to leave out." The price is for knowing what to leave out. And so we need to, this coming year, and I need to remember this, I need to know what to leave out of my life, what distractions to leave out in my life, so that I can have more time for the one thing that I can never leave out of my life, which is knowing Jesus better. And whenever things get confusing in the world or in the church, I just have to remember, well, what am I sure of? Really, what should I really focus on? And it all comes back to Jesus. Like the song says, turn your eyes upon Jesus and look full in his wonderful face, and the things of this earth will go strangely dim in the light of his glory and grace. So I pray that each of us around the world, here in India and around the world, will have the same goal, to focus on Jesus, because it's all about him. And when we do that, the confusion goes away, and our life is so much more joyful and fulfilling, and God's work can go forward in a more efficient and effective way if we keep Jesus as the center of it all, because Jesus is really the head of the church. And let us not get distracted with the human bumps in the road, so to speak. Just keep our eyes on Jesus. This one thing I do in 2019, above all other things, is to keep our eyes focused on Jesus and spend time with him every single day before we get involved in the rush and the rushing and the busyness of each day. Spend time with Jesus. Read his word. Talk to him. And he will guide us continually. So God bless you all in 2019. Happy New Year's. And greetings again for the General Conference. And the real action is where the local church is. So you are the most important part of it all. And we at the General Conference exist to resource you and to encourage you and to do the mission we're all called to do. So God bless you.
இந்த வீடியோ உங்களுக்கு பிடித்திருக்கிறது என்றால் லைக் பண்ணுங்கள், ஷேர் பண்ணுங்கள், இந்த யூடியூப் சேனலை சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்கள்.